What's up guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about the new Fennec SMG versus the MP5 in Warzone. Now both of these SMGs are pretty much, honestly, the Fennec is getting really overused right now because apparently the gun just came out. A lot of people like the Vector. This gun is literally pretty much the Vector, and then the MP5 is by far one of the best guns to be using in Warzone. So how does the new Fennec compare to the MP5 in Warzone? We're going to be talking about that today and talking about everything like from the stats, everything of that sort, and talking about which one is better to be using in Warzone. So before we get to that, I want you guys to subscribe if you're new around here. We just made it to 10,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you guys so much for that. A video about that is coming soon. Also, drop that thumbs up today's video, and do comment down below and tell me what you're thinking about the new Fennec SMG and what you think about it in Warzone. Much love again, guys. Let's get right into this. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you to the Exclusive Ace for putting out the base weapon stats for the Fennec out there. That way we could actually calculate the rest of the stuff for Warzone. I want to say thank you so much for that. So this made it a lot easier when actually trying to calculate what the TTK values were, everything of that sort for this weapon in Warzone. So let's get right into this. So we're going to be talking about the MP5's actual values and stuff like that first. I'm going to put those up on the screen for the comparisons. Alright, so the MP5's actual values actually go as this. The rate of fire for the MP5 is 833 rounds per minute, and it has a DPS value of 472 damage per second. Then if you go over to the TTK value, for the base TTK for somebody that has no plates on, this is basically just all health, no plates, no armor, it takes 144 milliseconds to kill somebody with no armor, equaling 3 shots. Next thing as well, if they have full armor, it takes 8 shots to kill with a TTK value of 504 milliseconds. So now let's see how the Fennec compares to the MP5 in stats. The Fennec actually has a rate of fire of 1,111 rounds per minute, making it the fastest firing SMG in the game. Moving on along to the damage per second for the Fennec. The damage per second actually for the Fennec is actually 463 damage per second. Now, how does this translate into a TTK value? When you're going against somebody with no armor, you're actually going to see that it has a slower TTK value than the MP5 does, coming in with a 162 time to kill for somebody with no armor, also equaling into 4 shots to kill. The biggest game changer here is the fact that if you're going against somebody that has full armor equaling 3 plates, the actual Fennec is going to be having a faster time to kill than the MP5 because of how fast the damage per second is. Now for the shots to kill, it's going to be 10 shots to kill somebody with full armor, coming in hot with a time to kill of 486 milliseconds. This is going to be a few milliseconds faster than the MP5, as you can see. Now let's talk about the overall damage for the 10mm rounds as well, and see what the stats are for that for the MP5 compared to the Fennec. Now if you like using the 10mm rounds on the MP5, you're actually going to notice that it has a slower rate of fire, as in 822 rounds per minute, with a 466 damage per second. Now for the actual TTK for killing somebody as well with no armor is going to have 146 milliseconds time to kill. Now, but if you're going against somebody that has full armor, you're going to notice that its time to kill is 511. So it has a slower time to kill than the actual 9mm rounds on the MP5. But it does have a little bit more damage range. Now we're just going to be talking about the overall damage, especially at range with both of these weapons. Now coming in hot with the MP5, it has a damage profile at close range of 34 damage per shot, and the Fennec at close range has 25 damage per shot. If we're talking about medium range, you're going to notice that the MP5 actually has a base damage of 25, then compared to the Fennec, it has a base damage of 20. Now if we're talking about longer range engagements, the MP5 is going to have a base damage of 19 damage per shot. Now compared to the Fennec, it's going to have a base damage of 18 per shot. Here's the thing about the Fennec though, anything over 22.5 meters-ish or 22 meters, you're going to start noticing that the damage actually drops to 15 damage per shot. So the Fennec really isn't that good at damage range. Now, if you're talking about the 10mm rounds for the MP5, you're going to notice that it actually has a damage range 34 damage for the up close and personal encounters, and then it's going to have 26 damage for the medium range, and then 21 damage for the longer range. So in my opinion, if you're just going to be up close and personal, the Fennec is more going to be your friend because of the faster TTK values if all you're facing is up close and personal encounters. But if you're trying to play longer to medium range and even up close encounters as well, the MP5 is going to be more versatile and more, I guess you'd say, friendly to your playstyle, because of course you're going to be using an assault rifle for mid to long range, but then whenever somebody's basically pinned you from rock to rock, the MP5 is also going to be more friendly to you, putting out more damage and a faster TTK value than the Fennec would. So in my opinion, I feel like the MP5 is still by far the best best SMG to be using in Warzone because of just how versatile this weapon actually is. But the Fennec itself is actually not that bad itself either, especially for close encounters with a 486 millisecond time to kill. But as I said, it's pretty much only good for close range encounters in my opinion. So I want you guys to let me down in the comments what you think about this video and what you think about the Fennec itself in Warzone. Much once again, guys, peace.